Hey y'all, my name is Venus and welcome to my 2 cents. So today I wanted to talk about racism because it has been freaking insane. It's really nice to see more people being aware of racism and everything, but what I'm seeing a lot of is a lot of white people who think they know what racism looks and sounds like, but don't actually know any people of color who to ask, what we're actually offended by. So there's real simple things like just asking about our hair and skin. I'm used to it at this point, especially being because I'm kind of a, medical anomaly to the Black community too, because I'm not completely Black. I'm part white and I'm part Hispanic and I'm part Asian and I'm part American Indian and, I'm a little hodgepodge of everything. So my skin is a little bit different than most Black people's, but so is my hair. But it's still like this, marvel to people, and we mistake. I see it a lot. People being accused of racism when it's just it's a marvel, it's a curiosity. If somebody was asking about autism or, my Asperger's or anything, we wouldn't really consider these things, these curiosities, discriminatory. We need to be really clear with, when people ask about my hair, my nails, my skin, what do you use? I'm just, it's an exciting conversation for me, because I love talking about hair and nails and skin, and, that's why I own a cosmetics company now, but it's interesting to me that how vehement people are about offense that isn't even theirs to be vehement over. Racism is a completely different animal, and until you've experienced it, there's a lot of things that look like racism, but racism is the only thin that looks like itself, So, and I know that's so confusing when I hear myself saying that. I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about? Talk to somebody who has experienced racism and they will tell you. There's like a whole bunch of things, because I know for, being part of, a Black family and a white family, we'll have conversations in my white family and it sounds so racist. It really does. But I'm part of the family, and, they don't discriminate against me. I don't feel discriminated against. You hear the things that are said, and it's very common because it's common speech. And we need to get these things out of our common speech and misperceptions. Asking about someone's hair or nails or skin and what they do to take care of it should not be something that titles you as a racist. Judging somebody because of their hair, skin, and nails, because of the color of them. Because I'll tell you what, I do judge some people. If your hair ain't brushed, if you smell, I judge you, okay? Not that I have never smelled before in my life. I have. But I make a good effort not to. But I will judge you. I will judge you if you don't smell good. Covering up your smell with perfumes and colognes and fruity type of stuff. I judge you. But because it looks different, It's not, the typical, if you're judging somebody based on that, then there's something wrong. But if you're just curious, we need to get away from the idea of asking a question is somehow a racist act. I think that's how we kind of alleviate racism, is by making it an open conversation. Because Black people, let's face it, we take care of our hair in a totally different way than most people do. People don't know how to touch curly hair. I mean, unless my hairdresser has curly hair, they don't touch it. They don't, because you don't know how to cut curly hair. And they have to have a certain kind of curly hair. They can't have white girl curly hair or permed curly hair. They've got to have natural curl going on before I let them touch my hair, because I've had too many people up in my head and they have messed up my hair because they know, because they read it in a book somewhere. Their classes, when they were getting certified, told them that they know. But they don't actually know, and they get their hands up in my hair and they're like, it's not like the mannequin doll that they worked on at the college. It's not like the little wigs that they've been buying and cutting on. It's a real human head with real crazy curl. And, it takes a while to figure out how to tame that curl, asking questions about how we go about doing that and like the whole process, because for a lot of us, it's a process. I have one day a week that I go through my hydration process. And most people don't have to do that. I do, partially because of my diet, partially because of, the types of shampoos and stuff that I use. But these questions shouldn't be off limits, and we really need to start asking why they're being made to be off limits. We don't alleviate ourselves from racism if we keep these conversations closed. I think it's really important, as much as I want to be open about my Asperger's and my degenerative joint disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder and everything else that I experience. I want to be open about my race too. And if somebody wants to ask me a question about my hair and how I do it and what products I use and, is that your real hair, because it's very common for my peoples to wear wigs and stuff, or wearing, what do they call those, weaves? See, I don't wear them. So, but they, it's very common for us to wear weaves. And, there was a time when I was like a wig girl, I wore wigs. Even though I've got good hair, I still wore wigs. We all go through periods of time where we do something a little bit different with our hair. Let's be open to discussing it, and not so quick to judge people, saying that they're racist, saying that they're these horrible people because they don't understand something, so they ask a question, and just the very act of asking the question turns them into a racist. I don't care if you're a Trump supporter or not. I don't care what your political background is. If you're interested in hair and skin and nails, ask the question. I think it needs to be asked, because I'm always surprised at how marveled people are when I tell them my hair routine of, it's just this curiosity. They're just curious. They want to know. It's like this obsession. We get obsessed with food. We get obsessed with alcohol. People get obsessed with hair too, because it's different. It's strange. It's not normal for us, So let people ask those questions. I think it's important. I'm definitely feeling pulled to open that conversation up and say that it's okay for you to ask me what I do with my hair, my skin, my nails, how I keep them up, and what do I, do I do anything extra? So, but that's my 2 cents for today. I will see everybody soon. Bye.